First video. Yeah, I really don't know what to say at this point, but that I am blessed, and I've always been cognizant of the fact that I'm blessed. And I think at this point, it's to the point where I don't know what to do specifically with my life, but I know that I can no longer sit and just ruminate on the past or the present or the future or what will be or what could, should, would, whatever. It's all irrelevant in the big scheme because, you know, being at Long Beach City this semester was probably one of the most traumatizing events of my life, you know, because when I go to school, I'm used to having books to study from. I'm used to having a job, a full-time job, to where I can actually pay for whatever I can't get for free from the school. You know, K through 12 is paid for. Anything after that, you have to find a way to basically pay for it. So now I'm put into a position where I'm temporarily disabled, and that's never happened to me, ever in my entire life. And people swear that I just know all kinds of shit, in the sense that there are, you know, handicaps as far as my ability to communicate with other people, being able to dumb myself down, being able to water myself down so that people who aren't on my intellectual level or who cannot get to that capacity, no, not even capacity, everybody has the ability to train their mind to change from what they used to do 10 years prior, you know. And I think that's the beauty of the brain, is its recovery process. It never ceases to amaze me. So being on that campus at PCC was enlightening, devastating, happy, euphoric, in the sense that I could actually check out library books without, you know, without getting fines. So that's pretty awesome. But me, as far as my childhood is concerned, I spent a lot of time by myself, and that's just what was normal to me. So when I got to be 18, I knew that my parents weren't going to be able to take care of me forever. I had already planned for that. You know, I wanted to be an athlete, and when that didn't happen for me, it was, I don't even know. I'm still not over it, you know, because I did have the ability to become an amazing athlete, you know. So at 18, I got a job, my first job at Costco, and I worked and I paid for my education, and I paid for everything. And in that, you know, I was learning to get along with people because, you know, I would go to school, 0 period till end, and then I would train at school, and then I would train outside of school. And this is Monday through Friday. I had 0 period for 4 years, or I believe 3 years, when I could get 0 period. So I guess I seem abnormal to people because they're used to seeing a happy person, and then when I go home, I process everything that I essentially went through as far as interacting with kids my age, the teachers, whatever. But I never gravitated towards my peers. And, you know, I think everybody knows at this point, I just wasn't one to associate with people outside of school because I wasn't allowed to. I grew up in a very protected environment to where it was just school and work. That's what my life was. So, you know, I would get up at like 5 because my mom started waking us up so that she can go to work. And I don't have any issues with anybody. And I believe that the impersonality of text and Facebook and social networking misconstrues what it is I'm trying to say. So this is the purpose of the movie. This little clip here. But basically, I just wanted to at least show my face so people could understand that I'm not upset, and I never have been upset. I am highly disappointed because it's hard to get along with people. It's hard to just say, I love you. It's hard to say, I care about you. It's hard to say that I want to make sure you're good, even if you're not kin to me. You can't say that to people and expect them to just take it as is. They're going to read all into it. And by people, I'm including myself in that package. Because at this point, at 26, going on 27, it is so difficult for me to discern whether somebody is sincere or not that I just don't even like to bother. And that was the purpose of my sabbatical from society, if you will. I've always gravitated towards Buddhism, mainly because Tina Turner, when I found out she was Buddhist, that really kind of sparked my curiosity. And I've always seen books on meditation and breathing and things of that nature. Coupling that with psychology, coupling that with, you know, biographies or just biographical knowledge, autobiographical knowledge about people's lives and how they came to be when I was younger is what motivated me to become the person that I am today. And I've never had an issue with what I saw in the mirror. I always had an issue with the response I was getting, because from, K through 12, I was a geek. I wore glasses. I had a frumpy haircut. I was smart. I didn't really understand these concepts of attractive, pretty. I didn't really delve too much into it. So being told at 18 that I'm attractive and, I'm wanted to a certain degree, I don't know what that is. I didn't really start dating until I became an adult. So for the past 8 years, I've been trying to figure out what it means to be in love, or what love is. And you know what, honestly, what I could boil it down to is a chemical reaction that takes place that is similar to eating copious amounts of chocolate. So scientifically, there's no explanation for the concept of love. And I think that's what upsets me, because there's no direct answer as to how to get it, how to keep it, what it is, why it's there, and how do you keep it going. I've always said this. People always laugh when I say it, but I say, there's no manual to life. There isn't. So, being on that campus, I befriended a particular person that I really gravitated towards, because she just reminded me very much of myself. And I took it upon myself to do what I could to encourage her to go as far as she could in life as possible. And today, that relationship is over. That friendship has been cut off completely, because her family assumes something about me, and I think it's very disrespectful. And it's not her entire family. It's particular people. And I'm not going to mention names, because that's not my place. That's not the purpose. The purpose is this. I cared about this individual, and just because of my openness with my philosophy on life, we could not be friends. We couldn't even be friends. Couldn't just be friends, because she grew up in a very religious fashion, and she still adheres to it. And it's not my job to tell her what's right and what's wrong. I felt that it was my job to let her know my experiences, seeing as how I'm 5 years older than her, and allow her to make the best decision for her and her future career. All I was concerned about was making sure that she had what she needed to do. That's it. And because of the fact that I am who I am and she is who she is, that's not possible. So I'm very upset, because 2,000 years later, after everything that has taken place as far as Christianity coming onto the scene as a respected religion, Judaism, we still can't get these little day-to-day activities to just flow, And it was like, there shouldn't have been an issue with me being friends with this young woman who was going to be incredible. You guys will be seeing her very soon in a lot of very prominent places, because she's very intelligent, and I am proud to say that I knew her for a short amount of time, and I'm proud to say that I did what I could to encourage her to be her best. And I'm sorry that that message was misconstrued, just because of my past and who I am to other people who don't understand me and who aren't trying to make moves to get to that point. I feel upset because I lost a really good friend, because I made the executive decision to cut off the friendship, because I know what it's like to be out here without a family. I know what it's like to live your life every single day without the knowledge that somebody cares outside yourself, truly cares, beyond physical interaction, beyond socioeconomic status, beyond your level of intelligence, beyond your ability to change. And this is to say I'm sorry to her and to everyone else I've ever interacted with, and they developed this ideology that I was out to hurt them. I would hurt myself before I hurt you. And I'm sorry that's not what comes off, but being able to have a memory that doesn't forget is one of the hardest things that you can be born with. Mm-hmm. And I ask very sincerely from the bottom of my heart that people respect that I only wanted you to see, I just wanted to see you grow. I wanted to see you be happy. And I wanted you to really understand what it means to be happy. I'm not depressed. I'm not homicidal. I'm not suicidal. I am aware of too much, too soon, at a very young age. And there's absolutely nothing I can do about it, because there's no way to remove sunshine and nighttime completely once you've generated a memory. And I think that I have to do what I can to survive, and I have to do what I can to adhere to my belief system, which is that people are intrinsically, empirically, and infinitely able. I'm going to leave that open-ended because that's what I believe. You're just able. You're able to do, you're able to not do. You're able to try, you're able to fail, you're able to be happy, you're able to be sad. You are a human being, and I apologize that the philosophies of today and the philosophies of the past have a very cryptic way of getting that message across. And I apologize that it took me so long to just understand what it really means to be happy, and what it means to love, and what it means to hate. And after everything I've been through, I don't believe in hate, because I believe if you believe that hate exists, it will find a way to appear. So I go out of my way every day to find a lover, an ant, a snail, the scent of a flower, being able to walk miles just cause, swim, breathe. These are all loves of my life that are slowly but surely slipping away. And despite how I got diagnosed with dystonia, I have it, and whether you choose to believe that I have it or not, your decision. But I do not have the luxury to be sitting in a bed for the rest of my life, because people that I interact with want to believe something that may or may not be true, and don't have the common courtesy to ask. Because I think everybody at this point knows that I will stop and have a conversation. Everybody knows. And if you ask me directly what it is I want, I'll tell you. And if I choose not to tell you, I would hope that you would be respectful. Because at the end of the day, I know who my family is, and there's a reason why I'm not with them. Because it doesn't work. And there's a reason why I stay and leave. Because it's better for me to be gone, so that these people can have their families and their friends, and not have to be concerned about a lone wolf like myself. And I didn't chase that, but it's what happened. And I'm okay with that. I am okay with the fact that I'm going to be alone. That's not the issue. The issue is when I walk outside my door, I shouldn't have to put on headphones so I can't hear random conversations. I shouldn't have to wear earplugs because it upsets me to hear other people's pain. I'm sorry that I care, but I was born this way, and that's just what it is. Do you know? So, I'm going to continue living my life to the fullest, and at this point, I can see that it's safer for me to be without friends or family, because I don't know what anybody's going to do in response to something that they misunderstood that came out of my mouth. And I don't feel safe personally interacting with people that I care about physically because of things that I've seen happen to other people that I did care about. And this is nothing against them. And I think that everybody who I've met at this point in my life knows, or should know, because I've said it. I will always be here for you. And I apologize I didn't specify. My spirit will be here for you. My books will be here for you. My music will be here for you. My time and energy is not everlasting. No one's is. And I think that people assume that my physical body would always be in their lives. That's not true. And that's not true for anyone, you know? So I'm doing what I can to leave my mark, and I hope that people will feel blessed that I exist, and I hope they'll feel blessed when I don't exist. And I hope that they will know beyond belief of themselves and in something bigger that I tried. I tried. And if I failed, it was because I didn't understand. And if I left, it wasn't because of you. It was because of me and my selfishness and my inability to connect and my want to solve a riddle. that can never be solved because there's no right answer. Purpose of life is just life. And this is it. This semester really showed me what my life has boiled down to, and what it can boil down to. And that's it. I just hope that everybody's happy with what they got and what they didn't get. And I apologize if anything I've said has caused an inconvenience or caused someone to feel physically unsafe around me, because I've never attacked anybody unless I felt provoked. And even in those instances, it was just more complicated because of what was said and what wasn't said in its totality. So thank you, Long Beach, for teaching me a lesson that I sincerely deserve to learn and needed to learn in order to be. I understand. I truly understand that you can't help someone who doesn't want to help themselves. And the word help has a lot of meanings to any given person. So I'm going to do what I can to be happy, and I'm going to do what I can to not have any more episodes, to stay healthy, take my vitamins and eat, and wherever I am, and where I'm not. But I just don't expect people to feel aggression because they have the unwillingness to not change and just tolerate something that's different from themselves. And I don't know, it just is what it is. But man, this is it. So thank you.